the biggest reaction for you? And then personally, what was your favorite moment?
So the first, I mean, the back compat moment was pretty exceptional because of these people,
right?
But I'll say the thing that feels the best about that is the engineering teams back in Redmond that have spent so much time, Kevin LaChapelle, Bill Stillwell, so much time to get that right. And then to see the fan reaction when that actually popped. I had a couple of them in the auditorium, and it was just amazing. It was just amazing. For me personally, it's Rare's 30th year.
Yep.
And I wanted to wear the Rare T-shirt. 30 years of studio is exceptional.
Yeah.
Like, that's just an achievement to have Rare replay, and then Rare gets to announce a brand new IP, a Rare game that they wanted to build from the ground up, a brand new franchise.
From being in charge of literally everything you see in front of us now. As a gamer, that was just an amazing moment as a fan, right?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's from the opening frame of Sea of Thieves. When you see it, it felt like I was home in a Rare game, right? When you see that, I thought that was just great. But I mean, the show and the partners do so much work. You know, seeing Todd Howard on our stage with Fallout after all the work he had to do last night for their own briefing, and then he comes on and shows and makes fun of me a little bit with the character. I don't know why I have intelligence of 3. I was noticing my intelligence was 3.
And only 2 for luck as well.
I know. I didn't know what he was. But you know, it was great. It was great to have Dark Souls. It was great to have Fallout there. See Halo with Bonnie opening our show. It was an amazing show.
You announced game preview as well. Why did you want to bring that to Xbox One?
That's a great question. You know, we've had such great indie support since we announced the ID at Xbox Indie program. And a lot of the indies, they really foster the feedback directly from the community as they're building a game. So we get the question, how come we won't let that connection that you see on PC come to console? Press have asked me about this as well. And it was a great opportunity for us to work with some specific partners. I saw David Braben up here, an amazing game with Elite. You know, having Elite Dangerous come to the preview program. DayZ, you know, just a classic game. And it's going to be a great opportunity for us. But really just building that connection between studios and gamers.
Right. And speaking of the gamers, as you spoke about the fine folks behind us that really put the Xbox
with the Recore shirts on. I like the Recore shirts.
Which is amazing.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
I was there this morning. But the backward compatibility thing was a total mic drop situation, right? People were really excited about it. And Larry actually had the opportunity to walk through it for us, so take a look at this.
I am here with Bill Stillwell from the Xbox platform team. I am really excited about this. Now, people have been waiting a long time for backwards compatibility to come to Xbox One. Guess what, preview members? It is here. Bill, tell us how it's going to work.
Thanks, Larry. Yes, backward compatibility for Xbox One is here. And what we've done is, in order to make this happen, which we didn't think was initially possible, we went ahead and actually built a virtual 360 all entirely in software. And then we take the old 360 games, put them in the emulator, and then we run it through emulation.
That's really interesting because, I mean, that's based on the original Xbox One architecture where you can kind of do a lot of fancy stuff with the different operating systems, and we're seeing it happen right now. Now, Bill, behind us I see we've got Borderlands, incredibly popular on Xbox 360, but this is actually running on Xbox One.
That's correct. Borderlands is one of my favorite games, and so this is one of the first titles we pulled through. And as you can see, this is the 360 game,
right?
Complete. And all we did was put it through the emulation program, and now I'm playing it here on my Xbox One.
And you have access to all your Xbox 360 friends, the achievements to the dashboard, right? You have everything that's right there.
Yeah, there is a full guide that's included with every one of the titles that we release, and you can access that guide to do matchmaking, to do chat, and all the things that you would normally do on your 360. In addition to whatever you have on the Xbox One.
And while you're doing that, you could actually snap an app or snap television if you wanted to.
Yep, Xbox take a screenshot or Xbox record that will all work.
Awesome.
And you'll be able to use that as well.
All right, Bill, let's talk about achievements. Very important to the Xbox community. How is that going to work with Xbox 360 achievements?
These are still Xbox 360 achievements. You're still using an Xbox 360 game save, your cloud saves, carrying across just like it would from console to console. So you're only earning the 360 achievements. You're not able to earn them twice.
So if I got them earlier, you know, before Xbox One launched or even after, then I've already got them.
You've already got them.
Now, how is it going to work with digital titles that maybe I've purchased or the discs that I've got around the house?
So for digital titles, we'll just pull those through. So they'll show up in your ready-to-install queue under My Games and Apps, and then you just install them digitally like you would an Xbox One digital title. And for disc games, we actually will now recognize the 360 disc. If it's in our catalog, you put it into your Xbox One, we download into your Xbox One hard drive, and then you play the game there as well.
Now, we're deploying this right now for preview members, so if you're in the preview program, you'll have access to this, but it's going to be wider deployment later this year, kind of general release. What's the goal for updating, more and more titles?
Well, when we launch the program, we'll have a limited set for preview now, but when we launch the program in the fall, we'll have over 100 titles already ready to go, and then we'll do regular updates to the catalog over time until we fill it up.
Bill, tell me about the process. Why can't you just, enable every game right off the bat?
Well, there are some technical restrictions. Because this is just a software version of a 360, we can't do any USB peripherals or use the original Kinect. But beyond that, all we do is take what we decide are the right games, put them in through the program, package them, and then we can distribute them to the catalog. And really, the only thing that stops us is getting the legal permissions for things like licenses that may have changed over time or whatever the case may be. We are including the entire first-party catalog that we're able to. And then beyond that, we'll just continue to take in fan favorites, things that are still being played frequently on the 360. We do voting and we'll do polls. And we'll just collect from a multiple set of sources what titles should come out next.
And so I'm sure people are going to tell us what games they want. Now, this is free.
Correct, it is free.
There's no charge for this. You're going to be able to, using the games you already have on Xbox 360, once you guys work and run them through the emulator, I'll be able to download them and away I go.
Yep, absolutely.
Fantastic. Bill Stillwell from the Xbox platform team. Bill, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Aaron.
All right, backward compatibility. Yeah. Oh, that's going to give me another way to work through my incredible backlog of Xbox 360 games.
So great.
Thank you for that. So, Phil, we're actually hearing that some people are having trouble logging on to Xbox Live. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we've heard, we announced a few things on stage that we're having people call to action right now, whether it's EA Access, the Gears preview program. People were trying to get in, and there was an issue there. I think we've got it resolved now, but apologies for people who try to log in, and we're having a short issue. It was really a flood of people coming in, which is great to see. Obviously, we strive for 100% uptime all the time, but like I said, I think we're okay now, but apologies for anybody that tried to log in right after the show and had an issue.
TLDR, your passion is powerful, people. Your passion is powerful. All right, Phil, I got to ask you a question, man. We're live, so I need you to shoot me straight here.
Uh-oh.
The HoloLens demo, just absolute magic. But there had to be 1, 2, 3, maybe even 50 times where you thought at some point, there's no way this is going to work. There's no way that we're going to pull this off. And it was beautiful, man.
It was. And, we actually, the team at Mojang, if they've been working on Minecraft, the team in Redmond, it came together fairly late. And it was something that probably wasn't in the show 3 weeks ago. Oof. And then we saw that experience, and it was magical. Yeah. Like, it was just something that we knew. We just needed to give it the time, put it right at the end of the show, having Sax come out and do real time, do the demo, Lydia on stage. It was great to see that. The partnership so early in our relationship with Mojang was fantastic.
Beautiful stuff, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Bill, I need to ask you about Forza because I know you love your cars, you love Forza, and the question I have is, can you get me a test drive in the Forza? Oh, no, actually, sorry. No, it's not that. That car coming down from the ceiling was ridiculous. That was probably my favourite moment of the show. But, what did you think of that? And what are you most excited about Forza 6?
Well, first I'll say, if people watch the show, I open right underneath that car, right? So I know it's right above me, and but the car was beautiful, right? When we started working with Ford, which has been a while ago now, this is the first time I'd actually seen the real model up, and it was great. The thing they're doing in Forza this year, obviously weather, day, night, great additions. 24-player multiplayer. I love playing Forza online, ABCs, that's my multiplayer mode. Getting 24 cars on the track, great accomplishment from Turn 10. They deliver every year, that studio. Forza Horizon 2 was great last year. Forza Motorsport 6 this year. I think it's going to take a lot of my time. It's going to be fantastic.
All right, Phil, you are a legend. Thank you so much for joining us up here. Let's hear it for Phil, everybody. Let's go! All right. Now, Larry's going to walk us through the latest update to the new Xbox One experience.
I'm here with Richard Irving from the engineering team. Now, Richard, every month you and I get together to talk about the new features and what's going on with Xbox One, but today we're talking about a pretty big update coming down the pike.
So this holiday, we're launching a completely redesigned experience for the Xbox One. The most important thing is it's fast. It's the thing that we've wanted to improve the most, getting into and out of games, getting access to your friends and your parties, your game DVR clips, your screenshots, all of that great content that you're creating around your gaming experience. We just want that all to be very, very fast.
So, Richard, when I get this update later this year, when I boot up my console, what am I going to see first?
So the first thing that you're going to notice is your new home on Xbox One. And so you'll see this recently played area that shows all of the apps and games that I've been playing most recently. And as I go through this list, you'll see that we've added additional information to each of the games that you've been playing. So I can see here a link to the Game Hub. I can see an announcement that the game developer has made. So we're allowing game developers to make announcements and program directly to your home screen, as well as shortcuts to your most recently recorded game DVR clips, screenshots, and even achievements that you've earned to just give you one click, the ability to one click and share out to all of your friends on Xbox Live.
Where did my pins go?
Remember your pins used to be to the left, and now you're just going to scroll down through your recently played list, and once you get to the end of it, you'll see your pins right there on the bottom. What we were thinking about in the community area was to make it much easier and faster for you to connect with your friends, games, and the rest of the Xbox Live community at large. And so the first thing that you'll notice is that we've pulled the activity feed up to be right here as the centerpiece in the community area.
And then over here on the on this right-hand side, what's going on here?
So this is the trending area, and this is where you'll see new video announcements, you'll see games that are trending on Xbox Live in the community, and you'll also see players that are accomplishing big things on Xbox Live.
Richard, at the beginning you were talking about speed and how important it is to gamers, and of course the team did a lot of work to meet that goal. Tell me what you guys did.
So the most noticeable thing is this quick menu that we've created just to the left of home.
Yeah, you can see it's brand new, a series of icons over here. Kind of quickly go through what's going on here.
So if you just go left from your recent games and apps list, you're going to see fast access to your friends list, to a party if you're in one, your notifications, messages, and even some settings that you want to adjust on the fly without having to go deep into the system.
Now, it's really important because this actually goes right over a game when I'm in a game, correct?
That's right. So it's not just available on home, and this is what's really cool about it, is when you're playing a game, you just double tap the Xbox button on your controller, and this quick menu is going to slide over on top of your game. Doesn't scale the game down. You just see your friends list. You can go through there, figure out who you want to invite to the party. One button press, the invite is sent, the party is created, waiting for your friend to accept, and it's all just very fast and easy to do.
Richard, we've been hearing a lot about Windows 10 and Xbox over the past few months. How is Windows 10, how does that figure into this update?
We've been talking about since January how Windows 10 is going to make gaming greater in a bunch of different scenarios. When you're on your PC, you get the Xbox app, always running game DVR to record great moments from the games that you play on your PC, as well as the ability to stream your games from your Xbox One to your Windows 10 PC. So in the case of the console, that's what's enabling these great updates for fast access to your friends and your parties, and some of the other enhancements that you're seeing in this update.
A great example of this is Cortana.
That's right. So Cortana is this great personal digital assistant, and now Xbox One is going to be made more intelligent with the help of Cortana.
Richard, can you show us how it works?
So Cortana makes it easier to interact with my friends on Xbox Live while I'm playing a game. So if I want to invite a friend to join my game, I can say, "Hey Cortana, is Amanda online?" And then Cortana shows me who's online.
Looks like Amanda is online.
Without having to leave my game.
I can see how Cortana can really speed things up for me here, and I don't even have to pause the game.
That's right. Hey Cortana, start a party and invite Amanda.
Sure, inviting Amanda to a party.
You can use all the same voice commands that you use on Xbox One today, but Cortana is going to make it more natural and easier to do more advanced things. Like, hey Cortana, record the last minute and share it to my activity feed.
Recorded. What would you like your message to say?
Check this out.
Sure, sharing your clip and message. Check this out. Share it, add more, or try again.
Share it. You can see that Cortana enables voice dictation, so you no longer need to type with the virtual keyboard. You can record clips, you can send messages, you can post to your activity feed, and so much more without pausing or leaving your game.
That's really cool, Richard. What else should fans know about Cortana?
I hope what you saw is that we've been focused on making Cortana a great experience for gaming and in your living room. Cortana adds a new level of intelligence to Xbox One and gets smarter the more you interact.
There you have it. That's your first look at the new Xbox One experience coming very soon, right, Richard?
That's right.
We're really excited about it, and a lot of it is based on your feedback, so thank you very much for that. Richard, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Hey!
Larry,
Good, eh?
what'd you think of that?
That is...
I thought that shirt was incredible.
Well,
Hey,
besides the shirt, the UI looked great.
Yeah, no, that's good too.
That is the first time anyone has seen that new eye, and hopefully the last time anyone has seen Larry's shirt.
Hello.
Burn. All right, all day long, Xbox One owners have been voting on what you want to see next.
Yeah, so let's do that one more time. So go ahead and vote on the game trailer you'd like to see, and we're going to bring it to you later in the show because we're the Given Tree.
All right, still ahead. We'll take a deep dive into Halo 5, but first, we have to talk about some of the other big news that came from E3 earlier today. I am excited about this little guy right here. This is the
It's a real thing.
This is my personal Xbox Elite wireless controller. We're going to go into depth about this guy tomorrow, but I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a preview. She's beautiful.
So nice, Larry.
Does she have a name? Have you named her yet?
I haven't yet. I'm taking name. What do you want to talk about?
I feel elite. Just
all right,
holding
we'll talk
this.
more about that later.
The Division.
Oh, okay, fine.
I am excited about The Division. You know, we've seen it a couple of times at E3 already, but really good to see, a new trailer today. It's the setting of The Division that I really love. Not quite post-apocalyptic, just as things are starting to go a bit wrong.
Yeah.
Or quite a lot wrong, as you can see there. So I'm really, really excited about that. Excited to see more about it coming soon, yeah.
All right. Let me check my notes here. I wrote like 6 pages of Fallout 4, you guys. Come on, Fallout 4, right? We've been waiting for this forever, and it's finally here. Oh, my God. Fallout 4 is finally here.
You know, I was supposed to go to the Bethesda conference last night. I'm a proper Fallout fanboy to see it. And
I am.
I had to be in meetings instead.
Really?
Can you believe that? It's not all glitz and glamour here.
No. You got to be able to afford that Pip-Boy special edition, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to pay for that.
So cool.
You got to work for that.
Get my deposit down on that today. And the other cool thing that we heard today, the Xbox fans, when they buy Fallout 4, they're going to get a copy of Fallout 3 on backwards compatibility as well.
Amazing,
How good is that? And the mods announcement.
The PC mods that we're going to be
coming
to Xbox One for free.
Right.
So good.
So good. So if you guys could just somehow train every camera on this stage on me right now while I toss to this amazing Fallout 4 trailer we've been waiting years for.
We've all been waiting.
But the cry.
With the world poised on the brink of war, Vault-Tec is reporting a record number.
But me.
Folks, it seems we've got some breaking news. Stand by.
It's all over. No, I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you.
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations. Stand by. We do have coming in confirmed reports of nuclear detonation. My God. Our soldiers were right. War never changes.
Let's go, pal.
Wow. I'm so happy right now. Welcome back from the wasteland. And today's briefing, Rare, the acclaimed game developer behind titles like Perfect Dark Zero and Viva Pinata, my personal favourite. I love Viva Pinata. They returned with a new game and the surprise re-release of some old classics as well. And joining me now from Rare are Craig Duncan and Greg Mails, who's going to be driving. Nice work, Greg. To take us in depth on Sea of Thieves and Rare Replay. Welcome. How are you, Craig?
I'm doing well.
Great show this morning.
This morning was exciting.
Man, wasn't it? And first of all, congratulations on your 30th anniversary. I feel like I should have brought a present, but I did not.
This year for us just was a culmination of everything. Like 30 years of Rare, which, I mean, even our industry is barely 30 years old. It's an amazing day.
All right, so you're paying homage to the past of Rare with Rare Replay, but you also announced the future of Rare today, right? With Sea of Thieves. Mm-hmm. Tell us more about this massive pirate, amazing adventure.
So with Sea of Thieves, we decided we were going to show, not tell, and what we showed today was a tease. I can tell you that Greg, veteran game designer, Greg Mails, 25-year veteran at Rare, is design director on. Joe Neat's our exec producer. We showed today a tease of what Rare was working on. We really wanted to kind of unveil that and get everyone excited. I'd love to hear what people think of what we've shown. There's lots of hidden things as you look through the trailer today, which was all gameplay footage, all in engine, all with people playing. And when we've got more things to show, we'll come and show them.
It feels like a bit of a different direction for Rare. How did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, the origin story again is very, it's fun and complex, and we want to reveal that at a future date. I mean, if I can use an analogy, think of it as a treasure hunt, and we kind of gave everyone the first clue to the treasure hunt today. We do have an interesting, almost rogue member of the Rare team called Captain Bones, who's our power-hungry skeleton.
That's right, a skeleton pirate back at Rare. So if people want to find out a little bit more about the game, they can go on to Ask Captain Bones, and then he might answer your questions.
He tweeted me earlier today, and he's a bit of a cheeky bugger, him.
He's a little power-hungry. He thinks it's his game.
All right, fair enough. All right, so we'll hear more from him soon. But let's talk about Rare Replay, because we've got a demo of that today, Greg. You're going to show us through it. So it celebrates Rare's 30th anniversary with 30 games for $30. That is absolute bargain hunt. What games will be available in the collection?
Yeah, so, I mean, rather than list them through, so as you're seeing, Greg's jumped around. We've got three main sections. So you've got Rare, our game gallery here, which takes you through games from the mid-80s right the way up to 360 titles, through everything Rare's made, and each game's been lovingly created to really play the way you remember it. So if Greg goes into Banjo, a game he helped create and originate, we go into this separate Banjo stage. Everything celebrates the characters, celebrates the world, tells you a little bit about when it was first released, what kind of game it was. You get a little preview here, options you can play around with, and we've enhanced and added features, cheat modes to different elements of these games.
Now that's what I wanted to ask you about, right? Because obviously these are really faithful, it's the games. It's the games that everyone knows and loves. But then you have all these new options that the Xbox One has opened up as well. So how have you added them in?
Yeah, so if you think about our development journey, anything pre-Xbox 360, even things like save games just weren't prominent. So the mode Greg's gone into now, we have a thing called Snapshots, which lets you go in and experience the real high points of these games in bite-sized challenge. So if we want to go in and play, say, Night Law, I can go in and play a specific set of levels or challenges and really kind of experience those games. Battletoads, we have a remix that just plays the boss battles. So you can just go in and play those really hard-as-nails boss battles in a way that doesn't mean you need to go and play through the game, but then once you enjoy it, you'll go back and play through that game. The other feature we stumbled upon when we were recreating these old games was a rewind feature. So, people talk about games being hard now. Like, go back and play some of these games that were made in the 80s and 90s, and when you die, like, you can literally hold the left trigger, rewind back 10 seconds, go and play that bit again, and that Twitch perfect gaming to just hone your gaming skills.
Oh my goodness, that would have made my childhood a lot easier, but not as fulfilling.
That's it.
I have to say. So this is incredible Rare fan service, and we know you've got some amazing fans out there. What kind of message would you like to send to the Rare fans?
Yeah, I mean, we know everyone has a Rare game that is the Rare game that means a lot to them, and no matter what your generation is, there will be something here for everyone. And even if our super fan that's played all of these games, this section Greg's in now, like, is over an hour of developer commentaries, origin stories of where Rare games have come from, hidden features. We've got videos of prototypes and Rare games that never ever seen the light of day, and just Rare staff members, past and present, talking about where these games come from, what were the origins of them, why they existed, and really talking about their favourite games. So if you love Rare, or you are just into gaming and the history of gaming, this gives you a 30-year chronological retelling of our industry.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Craig, it is a total nostalgia bomb. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for bringing it. I can't wait to see more on Sea of Thieves as well. Greg, thank you for doing the driving. I appreciate it. All right, one of today's most anticipated moments was an extended look at Halo 5 Guardians campaign gameplay. Let's watch it one more time.
Not just another target, Every target is just another target, Buck.
0631 this morning. Master Chief was declared absent without leave.
I'm a Spartan now, sir.
I know who you are. Yet now you hunt another Spartan, the greatest of your clan.
Every other Spartan, every soldier, when they hear about this, they're gonna hate us. You know that, right?
You're not the only one here because of him. Sunion, the Covenant's final stronghold. That is where you'll find the Master Chief and the Guardian he seeks.
Let's move. Vale, keep an ear on comms.
Affirmative.
Buck, Tanaka, defensive positions.
I will never bow to infidels!
Locke, we sure the Chief came this way?
Let's see. Activating the Artemis. Gotta read it. Vale, do you see this too?
Let me take a look. Chief's assault rifle. No ammo. Then the Master Chief's been through here.
Which means he has a head start on the Guardian. Let's get moving.
I regret everything! Looks like Arbiter's running the Covenant out of town.
He's been fighting for this moment a long time, Vale. The Covenant's finally breaking.
There's the Guardian.
You think the Chief's already on board?
Watch out!
Keep your head down and run! I'm okay. Keep going.
Go, go, go! Arden!
It's a real people thing, huh? It's a real people thing.
Made it.
Yeah, safe and sound inside a crumbling building.
Better than the bottom of the ocean.
Yo, buddy, I can hear myself to the...
See that?
Yo,
Take Prometheus.
what's up, niggas? What's up?
Incoming!
Fight it up.
You got it. Phaeton down.
Tanaka, help Vale.
On it. On your feet, Spartan.
I can hear myself through the YouTube live stream, man. I actually can hear myself coming out of YouTube. Just awesome, niggas. Just awesome.
Soldiers!
Get a nuke,
Weapon
my
cache
pusher.
up there. Vale, Tanaka, flank left. Buck, head up with me.
Nuke.
Plasma caster.
Soldier!
Shoot! Sergeant! You hear from him!
Soldier captain's on deck.
Take him down. I am the Warden Eternal, keeper of the domain and her secrets. Take him out! The Master Chief is called, but your passage is denied. We are airborne and Forerunner face-off.
Yeah. That's going to make some money. That's going to make some money right there. Before we get into our next interview and our next incredible game, I wanted to take a moment to thank the amazing fans that showed up here today to join us. The incredible fans we have at home watching. We know that E3 proper doesn't kick off till tomorrow, so we appreciate you guys joining us this morning for the briefing. We appreciate you being here today, engaging in all the voting, sneaking in illegally. Half of you are going to go to jail, so that's cool, I guess. But for now, back to our next game. The insanely popular MMO World of Tanks is somehow getting bigger. Here to give us an in-depth look at the beta as well as some exclusive news is executive producer Mr. TJ Wagner, everyone. Yes. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it. So, TJ, World of Tanks on the 360, without question, one of the biggest games on that console. How do you hope to replicate that experience on the Xbox One?
By doing more of the same. World of Tanks on Xbox 360 is the most popular free-to-play game on any console right now. On Xbox, we're just trying to make it bigger, take advantage of all the Xbox One specific features, Twitch streaming, replays, all the really great social aspects of Xbox One, and take advantage of the amazing hardware and better graphics, better everything.
Right. Now, the thing that you just touched on, you're all about ways to engage with your fellow gamers, and one of the things that you guys are doing that's absolutely incredible is the cross-play between the 360 and the Xbox One. How are you guys actually going to accomplish that?
So the Xbox One is its own game. We built it up from scratch. Built every tank, every asset, every map, every sky dome all over again for at 4K resolution. But the game is controlled by the server, so they play on the same server. So we'll play together seamlessly. You can jump from your 360 to your Xbox One, back, go to a friend's house, play on the same account. There's no downloading anything. And so they'll all be able to play together.
Nice. And when you approach the architects about designing that, they're like, "Come on, TJ, so many people play this game, man. How are we going to get all these people to play together?"
Like, you want us to keep them the same version in sync? We released over 50 updates today since our launch a little over a year ago.
Wow.
It's a kind of an insane pace, and they're like, "You want to do that on 2 different platforms?" Like,
it's fine.
But yeah.
Right. And, one of the most important, if not the most important aspect in being successful in World of Tanks is your communication with your fellow teammates. How is that communication going to work cross-platforms?
So we partnered with Vivox to implement a server-based voice system so that 360 players can talk seamlessly with Xbox One players, and as a side benefit, since it's server-hosted, even more players can talk at the same time.
Right. And same conversation you have with those guys. Hey, we need you to make sure that all of these people play together. Yeah, no problem. That's going to be easy for us.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the new game. As you said, you've designed a completely new experience for the Xbox One. Are we going to see any new tanks, any sort of kind of solo mode? What can we expect beyond what the fans have already experienced with the 360 version?
Well, there's always new tanks and new maps, but with the launch of Xbox One, which will also be on 360, we're adding a PvE mode for the first time called Proving Grounds.
Okay.
So that people can play offline and try out any tank in their inventory, try fighting against different tanks, different challenge levels, so they can get really comfortable before they go out and battle against 29 other humans.
Beautiful, man. And speaking of great news, you actually have some exclusive news for us here on the show right now, right?
Yep. For the first time ever, we're announcing that you're going to be able to pre-download the game on July 10th. We're going to have an open beta weekend on July 11th and 12th where Xbox Ones and 360 players are going to play together and keep their progress. And then on the 28th of July, we're going to release worldwide on Xbox One.
Wow. Enjoy the onslaught, my friends. Well, thank you so much for being here, TJ. Really appreciate it. Big round of applause for TJ. Congratulations on the success, continued success on the game as well, my friend. Now, speaking of the Xbox Ones, you guys voted. We did the democratic thing. American, bald eagle, Obama with multiple Uzis, and we agreed to play the trailer that you voted for. Forza 6, right now.
Oh, beautiful it is. Let's start a revolution. Oh, beautiful it
As if the show couldn't get any better, here's one of the moments you've all been waiting for. Our exclusive look at Halo 5 and Warzone. Joining me right here on stage, Bonnie Ross, head of 343 Industries, and Josh Holmes, executive producer of Halo 5 Guardians. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Before we get into it with you, Josh, Bonnie, I want to talk to you because you started the show this morning.
I know.
That was exciting.
Oh, it was an amazing honor.
What was it like to open the show and walk out there and be the first voice, the first person, and the first game that people see?
First of all, it was an honor to, on behalf of Xbox, open the show, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
But I think the best thing was walking out to the sea of green.
Right.
Like a sea, like when you come out, it's not that easy to get on stage, but with you guys out there, you guys made it fun.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. So thank you.
Here you are. Look at you. Look at that beautiful stage. You look great up there. Now, before we dive into Warzone, this is the first original Halo for Xbox One. As a studio, and you guys know I'm a Halo fan. Like, I come down to the studio and I don't want to see anything because I want to enjoy it just like everybody else. What has you guys most excited about this installment of the franchise?
So I would say it is the biggest Halo we have ever built, and what excites me is there really is something for everyone.
Right.
There's campaign, but then there's also a cooperative campaign built from the ground up, which is a new mode for us. There's Arena, which is really focused on that competitive gameplay, and then there's all new Warzone, which is basically player versus everyone, pretty much more of everything, and that's what I'm excited about.
Right. What about you, Josh?
I'm
stoked to just be able to finally show what we've been working on for the last 3 years, you know.
Now we're going to be talking about Warzone, and it was newly announced early this morning. I know you brought an exclusive behind-the-scenes look. You're going to take us into the studio, and are you excited? Are you ready to unveil it?
Yeah. I mean, today was the first time that we've been able to talk about this mode that we've been working on in Warzone, which is just bringing all the best parts of Halo together into this one gigantic multiplayer.
We're going to show that in just a minute. They're getting it ready. But I want to talk about, we've got some in-game footage here. Let's talk about the scale, because we've all played those great big team battles in some of the Halo games. This is like big team battles into the next atmosphere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's basically taking big team battle and then taking the map size, and we're talking 4 times the size of any map that we've previously shipped in Halo, and then adding to that this combination of objective gameplay as well as AI-controlled adversaries that are sprinkled throughout these experiences, and then a unique scoring system where you can go out, you can kill the opposing team, you can go after boss bounties. So there's just so much to do, and depending on how you like to play, you can find your own approach and your own strategy.
All right, well, let's enough talking. Now here we go, an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at Warzone.
The idea for Warzone kind of evolved over time, but it started way back on Halo 4.
So when I joined the team, Warzone was just a pitch. It was something floating out there that we wanted to jump on.
It was a what if we were able to combine all of the best parts of Halo into one multiplayer mode. It would be awesome.
You go online and there would be people talking, you guys need to build the most epic multiplayer experience. But we knew the challenge it was going to be on us to build a game like this.
We knew we wanted to focus on competitive, but we also wanted to create something new.
So when Halo 5 came around, we said, let's go after this. Let's make the ultimate Halo toy box. And we really pulled it together into this all-new massive mode called Warzone.
Here we go. We're back. Yeah! That was awesome.
Warzone is everything in one package.
You have 2 teams of 12 Spartans meeting in battle on epic scale maps.
You have the enemy AI, you have vehicles, you have bosses that will enter the battlefield at key points, and the entire time you're trying to capture the most victory points for your team.
The guiding principle for Warzone was the blend of PvE and PvP. So there's all these different ways that you can contribute as a player depending on what your own individual playstyle is, and all of it is contributing to your team score and your team's success.
Your goal as a team is to get 1,000 points or destroy the enemy team's core.
Close lock, keep contact. Nice job, Red.
The maps in Warzone are huge.
We have maps that are 4 times as big as any map we've ever built for Halo.
It's really a careful balance of making sure that we have large spaces for incredibly epic combat, but at the same time not have it feel sparse.
When you start a match at Warzone, your base is overrun by enemy AI. You have to clear your home base out.
And when you go out into the war zone, you have all these choices at your disposal. It's like, do I want to go and capture a base, or do I want to go and do combat with a boss?
Each team on their side of the map has an armory. And then we've got a garage right in the center.
The main advantage of the garage is that it is a place that's further ahead in the battlefield where you can spawn vehicles.
If you can manage to capture the 3 objective bases that are on the map, that allows you to then access their base and destroy the power core that's at the center.
I need help in the corner. Watch on that corner.
Wow, they're on our core already.
It's a way for a team that might be out of the battle to come back from near defeat and score that last-second victory.
One of the coolest new aspects of Warzone is having these bosses on the battlefield. You'll be playing the match, and then you'll get a notification that a boss is coming in. And for the really good Warzone teams, they're going to want to focus on those bosses right away.
We wanted to bring personality into the bosses and fit them into the universe.
Giving them names and giving them a backstory gives the player a sense of accomplishment. These are characters who are a big deal within their own faction.
You've got Baron Sharom, who's patrolling over the battlefield in his Banshee, and when he comes out, that's a moment.
When he spawns, everyone's like, Baron's out, Baron's out! And everyone's running over, right, and trying to get the Baron first.
You're going to then have to decide in this boss fight, do I focus on killing the boss, or do I focus on trying to fight the other team off of the boss?
There's certain points in the match where that next big legendary boss kill is going to determine who wins the game.
We wanted there to be a sense of balance in there for what power items are able to be brought in at what times.
Everyone goes into Warzone and they want 3 sniper rifles, 4 scorpions. How do we handle that? How do you balance that?
The requisition system is a brand new reward system.
It lets you become more powerful as the game progresses.
Everything that you're doing, all the kills that you're scoring, capturing bases, all of those things are helping you gain additional rec levels. So within your home base and each one of the 3 objective bases on every Warzone map, you have requisition stations.
If the player has rec cards in their inventory, then they can go to the terminal and use those cards to get all of the best items from the Halo sandbox.
Rec cards you earn through any type of multiplayer experience. So if you're playing Arena or you're playing Warzone, we will be giving you rec packs as you go up the ranks.
You'll get a requisition pack, and there'll be random things in there, everything from weapons and vehicles to be used in Warzone to cosmetic items you can use both in Warzone and Arena.
So as I level up within the match, I get access to the higher level cards that are in my inventory, and I can use that Scorpion card or that Banshee or that rocket launcher.
No more like fighting for that one spot on the map where the Scorpion tank spawns. No, I bring my Scorpion tank in with me in my rec collection.
But you don't just get to start the match and call it in and just wreck house. You got to actually take bases, get points, and as the battle gets crazier and everyone's leveling up together, your choices get bigger as well.
In some ways, Warzone is a Halo player's dream because it's bringing together all the best parts of Halo in one multiplayer experience.
We want to make sure that Warzone has something for everyone in there.
If you want to defend a base, you can do that. You want to go after the biggest and baddest bosses and work with a few teammates, you can do it. If you want to protect your teammates from afar with a sniper rifle, and if you want to fly a vehicle around, you can do that in Warzone.
It's this crazy mode where anything is possible.
It really just feels like you have jumped into a hot zone.
Dudes are running in, there's rockets flying everywhere, and it's just total chaos.
When we see the Banshees, the Scorpions, and the Mantises, it's all out on the battlefield and everything is going bananas. That is my favorite part of Warzone. I can't even tell you how exciting it is.
What did I just watch? That was like, I've been asking for that Halo game for years. Now, Josh, I know you're going to come back on the show tomorrow night with some folks from your team to answer some questions. So now's the time, folks. You have about 23 and a half hours to go over that, what you just watched, frame by frame, to come back tomorrow and ask some questions. Now, Josh, that is a massive, massive battlefield.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it is so much bigger than anything that we've had in Halo.
Did I hear you right? It's 4 times larger than the largest Halo map that we've seen so far?
That's right, yeah.
I can't even imagine that. Now, this is all dedicated servers, of course.
Yeah. Every experience that we have, every online experience within Halo 5 Guardians runs on dedicated servers at 60 frames per second.
Now, I normally don't ask this, but I'm going to ask this. I'd like to come down next Friday for a little play test. That's all I'm going to say.
You're always
right?
welcome.
You guys want to go? Yeah! I'm just going to bring a couple of friends. No big deal. All right, now before we go, Bonnie, we've got something to give away here. So this is actually an Xbox One console that a lot of the Xbox team have signed. In fact, I signed it down here, which actually devalues it. But I've signed it down here. We've got Phil Spencer signed it. All the Xbox team signed it. Bonnie, I know you got. Why don't you? Can you find somebody here who wants this? Look at this. It's a beautiful Xbox One. This is one of a kind. Sure. Bonnie's going to take a walk over there. You want to go ahead and choose somebody? This is the kind of stuff we're doing on this show. We're giving stuff away. We're showing video games. You're getting your first look. Oh, there we go. You got somebody, Bonnie? There we go. All right, hold on. All right, thank you, guys. All right, listen. Bonnie, come back over and sit down. We're gonna wrap the show up here. We're pretty much out of time, but do not miss tomorrow. Join us tomorrow for day 2 of Xbox Daily live at E3. We're going to bring you a closer look at Rise of the Tomb Raider and Forza 6, and we'll be joined by correspondent Tiffany Smith. And I just need to go in depth with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Just Cause 3. I'm going to get my grappling hook ready, and much, much more. I promise you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. But until then, here's one more look at some of the most amazing games we revealed today at the briefing. Goodbye, everybody.
Xbox One, now $349.